All right, Mr. Dan Howie, what are you looking at this week? Why do you like it so much for the week to come?
I am looking at also a business in the materials and mining sector, and it is Sandfire Resources Limited.
Brilliant. Fire away. Tell us all about it.
Their ticker code is SFR. They're a business involved in the sale of copper concentrate and also gold and silver products as well. So
Copped a bit of a hiding recently, hasn't it?
it has, but we've seen not only with the price of gold, the price of copper has actually done quite well this week. I guess our analysis on copper in the last couple of weeks, it was going into that narrowing wedge pattern. Copper's now broken out quite convincingly as well. And off the back of that, this business has also snapped its trend quite quickly. So, as I said, involved with a couple of underlying assets. They operate in 3 countries, Australia, the USA, and Botswana.
Botswana.
And then if we look at the business with regards to financials, over the last 5 years, their revenue and earnings before interest and tax have more than doubled. And the operating margin as a business is quite elevated, up at about 47%. So pretty healthy margins and consistently increasing those revenues year on year, which is very positive. If you look at what the other institutions are saying, very similar to Evolution, quite bullish. All these broker calls were released on the same date, about 3 weeks ago, and all positive. Macquarie have outperformed, 14% upside. Citi have buy, 25% upside. UBS have buy, 14% upside. Morgan Stanley have overweight, 16% upside. And Morgans have add 18.5% upside. So across the board, sentiment from other institutions is quite positive for the business at the moment. And lastly, we will touch
Firing on all cylinders, you might even say.
We'll pull up the technicals lastly. Let's have a look. You can see with that trend line evidently breaking that a couple of sessions ago. You can see the third most recent candlestick is a hammer, which just touched above that trend line, and that's why it formed a hammer, because it was using that trend as support and then bounced significantly higher in the last 2 sessions. It's up, I think, about nearly 10% in the last 2 sessions. But a very evident break of the trend there. I think it is moving back towards those long-term 200-day moving averages. It is still very low at the moment. It is down about 50% this year. So still a solid business, good financials supporting them, very low at the moment, and have given us the first signs of breaking their trend quite positively in recent sessions. You can see higher highs and higher lows on that chart as well. And the positive momentum indicators really highlight a potential turnaround.
And it's interesting that they're involved in copper, to copper concentrate. Now, copper is seen to be a bit of a bellwether to the economy, is that right? So if the economy is starting to move in a positive direction, there's an argument to be said that potentially this is something that could do quite well off the back end of that. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. They say that looking across the board at commodities, the best commodity to look at with regards to how healthy the economy is copper.